Some memories fade with time. Others refuse to let you go. For most of my life, I tried to understand what happened to me, what I saw, what I experienced, and why it followed me for so many years. There were moments I questioned everything, even my own memory. But the deeper I looked, the more the pieces started coming together. What began when I was a child did not end there. What you're about to see is the continuation of events that shaped my life in ways I still struggle to explain. This is not fiction. This is not a story made for entertainment. These are the memories, the evidence, and the truth as I lived it. This is part 2.
And what I did, I wrote down everything that I could remember in my life pertaining to what I'm about to talk about. My name is John D. Stewart III. I can remember the very first time I had an encounter. My very first encounter was in 1963. We were living in a high-rise apartment complex in Kansas City, Missouri called Wayne Minor. Wayne Minor was a project for very low-income people. We stayed there most of my childhood life, but there was one event that I can remember, and it was the time my mother asked me to take the trash out. And I guess she thought I was responsible enough to do it, so I made my way with the trash down the hallway. But soon as I left out the door, I was lost. I was totally lost. I didn't know where no trash can was. I went looking for a trash can. Didn't find no trash can. But during the time that I was looking, I just find myself getting more lost. I then walked past a flight of steps, and I looked up and something caught my attention out the corner of my eyes. Then I looked, and whatever it was looked at me. And I took off running. And I ran away so far that they had to come and find me. But when they found me, all I could tell them was I saw an elephant with a white dress on. And everybody laughed. But after seeing that elephant in the white dress, I would find out later that elephant would be following me around for the rest of my life. It wasn't no particular time of the year when they would come. They would just come anytime, do whatever they had to do, and be gone in 3 days. say they now because that's what I know now. But then I didn't know that they was making that, that approach onto me. I say they now. But then I wouldn't have said they. I didn't know what it was then. This went on for 3 days out of a night, out of a year. 3 days out of a year. And it went on for 10 years. From 1964 to 1974. I can remember very well because I wrote it down. Remember was walking in the wood and after that moment I could just remember walking in the woods. Now I knew I was walking with somebody, but I didn't know, I didn't look over at nobody, or I couldn't. I think I was maybe in a trance, or I could just only look straight, just like straight. I could still think, but I couldn't move. I could use my mind and I could ask the question with my mind, but I couldn't move my body. I could just only think straight, whatever was going forward. I can recall not being able to move or do what I wanted to do, like run. I wanted to run, but I didn't think about running. I only think about just, it was like I knew everybody around me, but I just couldn't do what I wanted to do. I just remember, and at that moment, I remember walking up to a black wall. At that time, it looked like a black grayish wall. I stopped right in front of it. And the wall was so tall at that time. And I could look down the wall, and it was like a long wall. And I could look this way, and then the wall was real long. And I remember standing there for a few seconds, and I remember hearing all the chirping of the crickets. Now we was in the woods. Now I know we was in the woods because I could hear the crickets chirping. It sounded like millions. It was like cricket, and I'm standing like right in front of this wall. And then all of a sudden, I felt the impression that they wanted me to go in. Now I'm thinking, like it was like metal, like the metal wall melted, and it just opened up to an opening, and then opened up where I was able to see on the other side. I remember standing there for a few seconds, and I could hear the chirp. I still remember the crickets chirping loud. It sounded like, when summertime comes, we have that infestation of locusts. That's what it was, and they was like millions of them. I can remember hearing them. I remember stepping in to the doorway, but first I remember sticking my head in. I remember sticking my head in and looking in. Literally, I didn't go in. I just remember sticking my head in, and when I stuck my head in, I noticed that when I stuck my head in, the atmosphere on the inside was real calm. I mean, it was like when I stuck my head in, I couldn't hear nothing but nothing. Then I'd come back and I could hear all the chirping of the locusts still chirping. I'd stick my head back in and I was like, what? You know, it was real peaceful and quiet on the other side. I quickly ducked back out. I could still hear the crickets loud sound in the woods. I then took a step through the door. I entered this room, and to my amazement, a being was standing there in the center. This being had on a white gown, and this was the first time I could see it, and I remembered her, or him. It gestured to me to look. Then a door opened up. On the other side were other kids playing, and I stared in the most amazement. Kids from everywhere just playing, having so much fun. I wanted to play. After having so much fun, I would look forward to the next night to have more fun. No one really paid any attention to the being in the white gown. He or she was always there, watching. One night, while playing with other kids, I snuck away into another room. This room caught my attention. Inside, I saw what I thought was a car. I climbed into it, and the first thing I noticed was a large handprint between the seats. This handprint wasn't just a handprint, it was a carved hand onto a round surface. I placed my hand on it and it sunk down, causing this I thought was a car to jolt from side to side. I tried to take my hand off and it jolted the car to the other side. I panicked and jumped out of the car and ran away. There were many nights when I would play with kids, and this being was always there watching me. Sometimes she would hold my hand and make sure I was okay. I would cry all the time. But one night, when I thought I was going to play with kids, I ended up in a room, a dark room, on a bed. Not a bed, but a table-like bed. And I sat there for hours and hours trying to wait on someone to come, and no one would come. And once I stepped outside the room, I noticed that there were people standing at the end of the hallway, so I started walking up to where they was at. And to my amazement, I saw something that was not a person. I looked this thing up and down, trying to see if it was a male or female. I couldn't really tell, but I noticed there were other kids up against the wall, and they was crying for me to help them. please help me, run, get away. And I didn't understand what was going on, and I just panicked and ran, took off. And I ran so much trying to get away that I would run into another room and there were other kids. Some kids were having fun, but all of them was all lined up. Everybody was all dressed in white. I ran away. In the distance, coming up the hallway, it was all white. But the image was so small that I couldn't really tell what it was. And as the image got closer, it came in. And he rushed over and grabbed me by my neck, picked me up, and all I can remember seeing was teeth. It felt like my soul was in my body. I was being drained of everything that was in me. And that light, that time lived on with me forever. Something I will never forget.